What is up, everyone? This is Kyle from the TF Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Streetwise. Now, this is, of course, our first Combiner Wars Protectobot in Wave 3 of the Combiner Wars line, and he definitely is a good place to start. Now, the figure itself is just a complete retooling of Combiner Wars Wave 2 Dead End, which is also a very strong figure in itself. But it did see a lot of new molding, like these wind vents right here, the nose, lots of new detail added. I think this actually tops Dead End a little bit. Where Dead End had a more realistic look, this has more of a futuristic, almost Cybertronian-inspired look. Very machine-like, very mean, very awesome. Now, he does have some blue and red paint apps. The figure itself is molded entirely in white plastic, with the exception of the wheels. All the black and all the silver and all the red is all painted on. And it rolls quite nice. For a quick size comparison, here he is next to his counterpart, Dead End. Again, these are almost identical figures. You can see from the back, Dead End. And then just to compare the bottom. You know, they're very, very, very similar. They share the same identical engineering. And I'll go ahead and I'll probably review Menasor a little bit later, but right now we're taking a look at the Protectobots, my friends. I think they're a little bit cooler, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more hip. Now, the transformation itself isn't anything too spectacular. It's something we've seen before many times. Now, to transform him into his robot mode, first thing you want to do is just fold his feet out, like that. And you also want to take his windshield, and this also folds up like that. And now you can go ahead and split the legs. They just fold out. Take this leg, just folds out like that. Make sure the kneecap is up, and the panels just close right up. Now with this, you can either have it up or down. It's really up to you. It doesn't matter. I like to keep it up like that. It's fine. It doesn't do anything. Then you need to turn them around. And now rotate the hips. Okay, now you want to take this top piece right here, and this just folds back, and it's on a double hinge, so you need to make sure that it's straight and pointed up. Otherwise, if you try and do it like that, it won't actually go down all the way. So just make sure it's straight and pointed up. Then what you can do is take this little black piece, and then this part right here pegs him right down there. Like that. Now we can see we've exposed his nice little head sculpt. Lastly, for the arms, they're on joints right here that lift up. And you fold them out, and his hands are on bizarre, super tight, ratcheted joints. You just fold them out like that. And there you go. Now you have him in his robot mode. Now his robot mode is, it's a little bit bland, I guess you can say. You lose a lot of the really cool silver and blue details that were in his vehicle mode, unless you're turning him to the back, but, I normally really dig Transformers that are red, white, and black, but for some reason this one just doesn't do a lot for me, though I do really enjoy the mold in terms of detail and paint apps. Mainly paint apps. I think this does leave a little bit to be desired, but it's not entirely bad since, you know, the mold itself is so good. For articulation, his head can rotate left and right, his arms are on ball joints, they can bend at the elbow, they do have an upper bicep joint. Legs are on ball joints. They do have an upper thigh swivel. No feet articulation. And that's basically it. Now, for some reason, I've noticed with Streetwise in particular, there's a lot of people getting him with loose legs. I'm not sure why that is, but it's generally an easy problem to fix with like nail polish. He does come with a weapon. He comes with this really cool looking 3-barrel shotgun, which got a little sniper scope right there. This is, I think, my favorite weapon in the Combiner Wars line so far. And it just looks awesome. You know, he sure is gonna protect you with some force, that's for sure. And it looks solid. I really dig it. And of course, you have his signature hand-foot gun. Foot mode. Once I get this out, there we go. Ah, god dang it. I closed it again. There we go. And hand mode. And he's got, I want to say these are like laser blasters, or they could be battering rams. They could be a lot of different things, but I'm just not sure what they are. Anyway, that does it for this figure, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I think it's a fun figure. If you're interested in the Protectobots, obviously you need him. I think Defensor is going to be awesome. And I've got Hotspot on the way, so we're going to take a look at Hotspot. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the TF Review, like me on Facebook at the TF Review, and I will see you all in the next video.